fear God. I don't fear anyone. I'm just a good person because that's the right way to live.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Just want to speak about a video which the Young Turks released a few days ago, which was speaking about atheism. Now, it actually spoke about morality in particular, and they was very upset that a famous pastor, Christian pastor in America, had actually said that atheists don't have morals. And the Young Turks did a program about it, and they was very, very upset that, how can this guy, how can this Christian come and say that atheists don't have morals? The Christian actually got a bit confused with the argument on morality, and the presenters of Young Turks also got a bit confused. The Christian was trying to say that under atheism, you don't have any objective morality. What we mean by that is things are right or wrong regardless of whether you think they're right or wrong or not. If Hitler managed to conquer the world and brainwash the whole of humanity into thinking that what they was doing was right, then it would still be wrong. It was wrong then, it was wrong now, and it will always be wrong. So what the Christian was trying to say is that under atheism, you can't actually say it's wrong.
I don't fear God. I don't fear anyone. I'm just a good person because that's the right way to live.
Yeah.
One of the presenters, she admits, she says, look, I do good because it's the right thing to do. Yeah, so she doesn't actually claim that she's got a foundation for her morality, but she doesn't actually explain why the doing good, why the good is actually good, and why you should do good in the first place. The other presenter, he does actually claim to have foundations for his morality. This actually amazed me because you've got the leading atheists like Richard Dawkins, Professor Lawrence Krauss, which they openly admit that, under atheism, you don't have objective morality. These atheists hold their hands up and say, look, we don't have it. But the second presenter, he claims to have foundations for his morality.
Atheists are moral and decent people for two reasons. One, because they have an internal morality that guides them. An internal morality that guides them.
His answer was, he has an innate moral guidance. There you have it. Now, what do you think the Muslims' answer is? The believing Muslims' answer is that Allah, God, has gave us an innate belief, an innate moral guidance. This just highlights the fact that many people who disbelieve in God are actually disbelieving blindly. Yeah, it's called blind disbelief. They don't understand why they disbelieve. In Islam, we also have a revelation, which is a revelation from God, which actually dictates the morality. It dictates the law, what to do, what is permissible and what is not permissible.
Nobody says nobody should be judged. We have a whole justice system. Men and women in this democracy. We get together, we decide what is moral, what is not moral. In this case, not morality like, oh, you're wearing the wrong thing. Morality like, that is murder and rape and robbery, etc. We have decided those things should be illegal, and there will be justice if you commit those crimes, right? That's why people don't do bad things.
He says we have democracy, we have a judicial system in place to actually decide what's right and wrong. But the problem with this is, as we explained at the start, is that society can be wrong.
Because of my religion, I am doing these things. Nobody says because of the atheist dogma.
He actually says that believers in God do bad things in the name of religion. But he then says that atheists also do bad, but they don't. But the difference is they don't do it in the name of atheism. Now, I'd like to disagree with him on this point. Now, if we look at China, for instance, and the state atheism, which has been going on for many, many years, and we see what is happening where literally atheism is being forced on the people. We have believers, we have Christians, Muslims being persecuted in China and being forced out of their own beliefs. A recent report just a few days ago where a Chinese Muslim was actually sent to prison because he was growing a beard. Yeah, and his wife was also sentenced for wearing the veil. Yeah, there's also reports of Christians also suffering similar things, and a few months ago there was even reports of where they gathered all the religious leaders, Chinese religious leaders, the Muslims, the imams, and humiliated them in public by making them dance, which this is something which is against Islam, something that is not a part of the religion. And he was even making them chant slogans which are against Islam, like the state is supreme, this type of thing. And this is the utter humiliation in the name of atheism. So my main message is for the atheists, please, if you don't want to believe in God, that's one thing, yeah? But don't be a blind disbeliever. At least study the concept of God. Take a Quran, but get a copy of the translation of the Quran. There's many links there's a link below. Get a free copy of the Quran and have a read of the Quran, and try to understand why you disbelieve. Yeah, because it's not acceptable to be a blind disbeliever.
أفلم يسيروا في الأرض فتكون لهم قلوب يعقلون بها أو آذان يسمعون بها فإنها لا تعمى الأبصار ولكن تعمى القلوب التي في الصدور